Well, it's been a tough, rough old time for you. You've had some health problems. For those people who don't know, it is affecting your game. Explain what's going on.
My vision's deteriorating, and it all leads down to my diabetic nature. My being a young guy, I think I'm invincible. It's just I've found out now that you're not, and it's just happening. It's getting towards me, and there's a lot of things that are starting to happen to me that I wouldn't think would happen till you get older.
Like what?
My vision, for one. I watch the game back on YouTube when I play, and for when the darts are in a 60 plumb, to me they feel like they're on the wire. So I have to ask George or Russ or whoever's calling at the time if the dart's in. And to me, I think it's on the wire. But I remember a good one against Barneveld, a match play. I had 1-2-4 left. I went 60-42. I thought it was a 33. So I asked if it was in, and I walked up to the board, and it was a good, maybe a centimetre in the wire. So I was thinking, well, it's getting worse.
So what's the answer then? I mean, clearly it has affected your form, and clearly it needs to be sorted.
I think it's a whole range of things. It comes down to diet, it comes down to exercise, it comes down to way of lifestyle, but also I think I may need to get more lasering done and injections in the eye and just work around from there. It's bleeding behind the eyes. It's diabetic retinopathy, so I think it's getting detached. So I think there's still hope for me. I don't want to give the game away, but if it gets any worse, mate, it's just the inevitability of it's going to happen.
Is it really that bad? I mean, if you can't sort it, you'll have to stop.
Well, that's it, mate. I said, look, if I get that ill, where the point where something like that drastically happens, I lose vision. Say if something happens like that and I lose a limb, vision, whatever, it's the same thing as losing a leg to me. I want to go home and just spend my time with the family, because at that point you'd be at the lowest point in your life, wouldn't you?
The prognosis, though, is encouraging, I believe.
It is. The doctors say that they can do things. It's just a matter of me trying to get down and losing weight and getting all that stuff sorted. So I've tried to do things. Fortunately, I was moving house before we came over here, so I couldn't get into it really. I'm trying out the Herbalife stuff, so I bought about 3 or 4 months worth of that. So we're going to see how that goes. If that works out, get me under 100 kilos, then look, the signs will be up.
It's difficult as well, being based in the UK, and I know you're going to have a decision to make, aren't you, about whether you move back to Australia and travel, or whether you stay and see how it goes, at your UK home. Yeah, well, look, I've made the jump. I did it for 4 years now, Stuart. Look, I still love doing it. It's my life. It's my happiness. It's what we as dart players strive to do, is play on a tour regularly. So look, I'm not going to give it away easy. If things do happen, it's a choice I have to make. It must be difficult, because also I know we've talked about it before, but you've seen your family over here, and then you're going back and forth, and as you say, at some stage you've got a choice to make, priorities.
Well, that's it. Like the other night, it really hit me. I think it's starting to hit me harder now because he's getting older. We were here at the hotel the other night, and it was about 2:30 in the morning, and my son was in the room on the iPad, and I'm in the lounge room, and I was folding his clothes, and then I started crying. And it's like, you know what, it's getting harder and harder every time. He was in the room oblivious to the fact that I'm getting ready to mentally prepare myself to say goodbye to my son again for another 4 or 5 months.
I know. I mean, and that's a difficult thing, because you've got to balance. At the end of the day, this is a job. This is your living.
I come home I seen him for 3 days here in Brisbane. Look, it was the best 3 days. He loved it. I loved it. Everyone met my son, and they've seen that he's a spitting image of me in the sense of humour department, the looks department, the everything. The boy is mine, and I'm just happy to do a job where he can see later down the track and say, look, that's my dad, and he was that. He goes to school when I pick him up from school, the odd time that I get to do it once a year, and he walks around telling all his mates at school, this is my dad, he plays darts. So look, it's given stuff to him that a lot of kids don't get, and it's turned us around from being at rock bottom. Now we've got something to look at for.
Well, I hope so. Final question. I guess that the bottom line out of all this is that the decision that you're going to have to make is going to be next year. I mean, you're going to get stuff to do. Hopefully, you'll get your eyesight sorted, and then you can decide what you want to do going forward.
Well, we've sat down and we've guaranteed an extra 4 years. So I'm going to try and uphold the rest of that contract with that side, and then we'll see where we go from there. If I go up to the top 16 or top 10 or whatever it is in the world, if they're making roads where the road is a bit longer stretch, then you know what, we'll have a look at that. But until then, 2021 probably will be the
we're going to put up with you for a little while longer.
Yeah, it's exactly right, mate. So I'll be around to stir up trouble and just enjoy it and make everyone laugh, because I love laughing, everyone else laughs, and that's what makes it better.
Well, let's hope you get your eyesight sorted and it's onward and upward. Cheers, Carl.
Cheers, Stuart. Thank you.